Excuse me. All right, y'all. I'm gonna try to start telling y'all what I'm doing before the video start really start. So here we go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read from Numbers chapter 27 to 32, God willing, and I'm gonna try to do 5 chapters each time I go live with this particular study. What did God say only? I'm gonna read. My plan is so far. Things might change, but so far the plan is to read from Genesis to Revelation. I don't know if I'm gonna get the Apocrypha in between or come back after I finish Genesis and do Revelation and then come back and get the Apocrypha. But I do plan to get the Apocrypha. I just don't know if I'm gonna do it in between because I don't know how it's gonna go. But so far that's my plan to do that, then get the Apocrypha later on. So let me go pull up Numbers now. Oh yeah, and another thing that I'm doing, I I put my camera to the side. Yeah, take me out of there. Cause I don't want my camera to be in the way of the words or anything. So another thing, about these studies, I don't know, well, I said it here and there, but just so y'all notice too, as I do these, what I'm doing is, some time ago I had the thought to just share with people how I study the Bible and study in depth. So as I do it, you get to see how I do it, and maybe you can learn some things, maybe not, but hopefully you'll get to see how to study the Bible in depth and learn with me. So these are kind of like my personal studies that I would do offline, but I'm doing it online. So you get to see what I learn as I learn it and find out the mysteries that I find out with me. So you get to see me cross reference, whether it's with the Old or New Testament, Apocrypha, or other hidden lost books of the Bible or spiritual and biblical books. But so that's another thing you'll see. All right, so we're on chapter 27. So it says in Numbers 27, verse 1, it says, the daughters of Zelophehad, excuse me, came forward. I guess I should say this last thing real quick. If I didn't say, I do have a daily goal to read some form of scriptures every day. So this is a part of my daily reading. And whether I do this online or offline, my plan is to read daily. So a lot of my daily readings are being presented live. So I'm going to try to do this every day. But if you don't see me live, God willing, I'll still keep my daily reading goal anyway. But God willing, if it goes well, I'll be on here a lot. I don't know about every day, but almost every day or a lot of days, God willing. Say that too. Oh, another plan is I'm going to try to read 5 chapters a day to get through it faster so I can finish the entire Bible. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I think it's a good plan I came up with. But anyway, back to it. Then the daughters of Zelophehad came forward. Zelophehad was son of Hefer, son of Gilead, son of Machir, son of Manasseh, son of Joseph, a member of the Manassite clans. The names of his daughters were Mahlah, Noah, Haglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. They stood before Moses, Eleazar, the priest, the leaders, and all the congregation at the entrance of the tent of meeting. And they said, our father died in the wilderness. He was not among the company of those who gather themselves together against the Lord in the company of Korah, but died for his own sin. And he had no sons Why should the name of our father be taken away from his clan because he had no son? Give to us a possession among our father's brothers. Moses brought their case before the Lord. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, let me highlight that. It's a lot that I could talk about. I'll get it together. Verse 7. The daughters of Zelophehad are right in what they are saying. You shall indeed let them possess an inheritance among their father's brothers, and pass the inheritance of their father on to them. You shall also say to the Israelites, if a man dies and has no son, then you shall pass his inheritance on to his daughter. If he has no daughter, then you shall give his inheritance to his brothers. If he has no brothers, then you shall give his inheritance to his father's brothers. And if his father has no brothers, then you shall give his inheritance to the nearest kinsman of his clan, and he shall possess it. It shall be for these Israelites a statute and ordinance as the Lord commanded Moses. Okay, so that was 6 through 11. Let me highlight all that. Got it. This reminds me of my old Bible. One of my earliest Bibles my mom gave me. It was a CEV version, which I've never even heard of. Like, I found it in the closet in her room, in her exchange rooms at my grandma's house some years ago, about 8 years ago. Because I was like struggling with the King James version, and then when I was on bed rest, I found that Bible in there, and I was like, I started reading it. Loved it. I couldn't put it down for long. But anyway, the reason it reminded me of my old Bible is because I was highlighting, and back then in that Bible that I don't have anymore, I gave to my sister. Like, I highlighted so much in that Bible. Like, at the time, I could only find pink and blue of the gel twistable highlighters, and I highlighted that whole Bible is like pretty much marked up with blue and pink. I just thought about that. God is talking in 12:2. Let me highlight that. The Lord said to Moses, go up this mountain of the Abiram range and see the land that I have given to the Israelites. When you have seen it, you also shall be gathered to your people, as your brother Aaron was. Because, it's an interesting way God says that. Did y'all catch it? I don't know. Whoever watch it, did y'all catch it in 13? Interesting. Y'all like that too. Okay. That's deep. That's deep. I never caught that before, but that kind of kills reincarnation, the theory in a way that everybody comes back as something else. If Moses was about to die and God said you would be gathered to your people, what people was God talking about then? I never caught that before. So anyway, where we are now, 13, 14, 13. When you have seen it, you also shall be gathered to your people. As your brother Aaron was. because you rebelled against my word in the wilderness of Zin, when the congregation quarreled with me. You did not show my holiness before their eyes at the waters. These are the waters of Meribath. I thought it was Meribah, but Meribath, Kadesh, in the wilderness of Zin. Moses spoke to the Lord, saying, let the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh, appoint someone over the congregation who shall go out before them and come in before them, who shall lead them out and bring them in, so that the congregation of the Lord may not be like sheep without a shepherd. So the Lord said to Moses, okay, God is talking in 18. Take Joshua, son of Nun, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay your hand on him. Have him stand before Eleazar the priest and all the congregation of the, what verse was that? That's 19. The priest and all the congregation. I see the word commission. There it is. Yeah, and commission him. And I had to make sure I was on the right spot. I was reading from my book and then came looking at the screen. And commission him in their sight. You shall give him some of your authority, so that all the congregation of the Israelites may obey. But he shall stand before Eleazar the priest, who shall inquire for him by the decision of the Urim before the Lord. At his word they shall go out, and at his word they shall come in, both he and all the Israelites with him, the whole congregation. So Moses did. Okay, so he stops in 21. Let me highlight. Transitions. 22. So Moses did as the Lord commanded him. He took Joshua and had him stand before Eleazar the priest and the whole congregation. He laid his hands on him and commissioned him as the Lord had directed him, directed through Moses. 28. Now God is talking again. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, command the Israelites and say to them, my offering, the food for my offerings by fire, my pleasing odor, you shall take care to offer to me at its appointed time. And you shall say to them, this is the offering by fire that you shall offer to the Lord, 2 male lambs, a year old without blemish, daily. Every day? He said at its appointed time. But I'm curious, like every day at its appointed time? Huh. Interesting. Dang. Okay. I don't know if it's every day, 2 times a day. Did he say 2? Well, he say 2, but not like, I don't know if they both gonna die. Let's see. I'm gonna just read from that part again. You know what I'm saying? So it says, this is the offering by fire that you shall offer to the Lord, 2 male lambs, a year old without blemish, daily, as a regular offering. Yeah, sounds like every day. Dang, okay. 1 lamb you shall offer in the morning. Oh, okay. All right. In the morning, and the other lamb you shall offer at twilight. All right. I did not know that. I need to note that verse. Was that 3 through 4? That's 3 through 4. Yeah. I might as well just say 1 through 4. Yeah. Let me get a note. Oh, face. I got pain right there. Right here. And I don't care. Now, am I using pink? It's kind of like pink. Yeah, it's like a dark pink though, but yeah, we'll use that. I like different colors. I can't stand to write the same color or highlight the same color. I just do too much writing and reading for the same remember the same thing. Can't do it. I get bored. I get tired of it. Okay, so 1 through 4. I also need to make a note in the previous chapter too. Numbers. This is 28. 1 through 4. What am I noting? Oh, sacrifices every day. Whoever is watching or catches this later on, I'm gonna ask y'all as a question. You can answer it if you want. Did y'all know that God had them to sacrifice every day 2 lambs, 1 in the morning, 1 at twilight? I didn't know that. If somebody asked me that, I wouldn't know. It took me 8 years to learn. Nobody talks about that either that I know of. So, yeah, I've never heard a preacher talk about this. So, nope, didn't know that. 2 lambs, right? Yeah, 2 male. Oh, and they had to be male. I was just gonna say lambs, but it's specifically male. So let me say that. Don't want no trouble. You know what I'm saying? A year old, right? Yep, a year old. I wonder how big was they. I wonder if they like dogs, because certain dogs they get big, pretty big, as a year old. I wonder how big was they. I know my dog before he was even 1. Whew, man, that dog got huge. Y'all remember? Y'all probably whoever watched my old videos probably seen them. The yachts. That's what I used to call him. That he was huge, huge. He got so big. I was like, when is he gonna stop growing? That's how big he was getting. Okay, let me see. 2 male lambs, a year old, without blemish. Was this for a sin offering or something? It might tell me. I don't know. I got that note. Oh, no, I ain't gonna write down. I guess I will. 1 in the morning. And the other at twilight. Hopefully I spelled twilight right. I did. Thank God. Now I need to get a note in Numbers 27 about something. I forgot what it was. Was it about the transition? Mm-hmm. It was 13. I guarantee it was verse 13. Yeah, it was 13. You will be gathered to your people, right? When you have seen it, you shall also be gathered to your people. Yeah. I feel kind of sleepy. I got those sleepy eyes. That's how it be. I'm gonna just put reincarnation study. Quotation marks. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm ready now. Just had to get the, you know what I mean? Okay, where was I at on 28? On verse 4. Okay, also 1/10 of an ephah of choice flour. I've seen ephah so many times, but still don't know what it is. A certain quantity of wheat. Do they tell me? Oh yeah, barley, etc. equals 10 omers. I'm sure I've heard of that before, but I still don't know exactly like how much that is. Um, Maybe I should just leave it at that. But at least I know more on that now. Also, 1/10 of an ephah of choice flour. Scroll down. For a grain offering mixed with 1/4 of a hin of beaten oil. It is a regular burnt offering ordained at Mount Sinai for a pleasing odor, and offering by fire to the Lord. Its drink offering shall be 1/4 of a hin for each lamb. In the sanctuary you must pour. Oh, it didn't say must. I added must. In the sanctuary you shall pour out a drink offering of strong drink to the Lord. It's the first I've heard that, I think. The other lamb you shall offer at twilight with a grain offering and a drink offering like the one in the morning. You shall offer it as a offering by fire, a pleasing odor to the Lord. Excuse me. On the Sabbath day, 2 male lambs, a year old without blemish, and 2/10 of an ephah of choice flour. I like the way they word it, even though I don't understand all these measurements, but I like the way they word it. Of choice flour for a grain offering mixed with oil and its drink offering. This is the burnt offering for every Sabbath. In addition, I didn't know that either. So on the Sabbath, it was 2 male lambs, a year old without blemish. Man, I did not know that. Did y'all know that? Whoever gets to this point in the video, you can comment if you want, but like, I didn't know that either. Okay. So then what was I at? I think I was on 10 maybe. So I'm gonna start at 10. This is the burnt offering for every, yeah. No, I can't say I did that either. Nope. In addition to the regular burnt offering and its drink offering. So that would be 4, right? 4. Yeah, so that would be 4 offerings in one day, right? Because it says in addition to the regular burnt offering and drink offering. Yeah, so that would be 4 lambs in one day. So I guess it would be 2 in the morning, 2 at twilight. Did it say morning and twilight? Let me see that last part. It didn't say what time of day for this one, but I guess as long as it got done, then. Okay, I didn't know that. All right. 11. At the beginnings of your months, you shall offer a burnt offering to the Lord, 2 young bulls. Okay, at the beginning. Okay, cool. 2 young bulls. Do they gotta be male? Male. Okay. I'm noticing that it's always a male, mostly so far. Just saying. 2 young bulls, 1 ram, 7 male. Okay, so it didn't say whether the bulls and the rams had to be male, but it says 7 male lambs specifically. Okay. A year old. Okay, without blemish. Also 3/10 of an ephah of choice flour, and this was the beginnings of the months. Okay. Choice flour for a grain offering mixed with oil for each bull, and 2/10 of choice flour for a grain offering mixed with oil for the 1 ram, and 1/10 of choice flour mixed with oil as a grain offering for every lamb, a burnt offering of pleasing odor, and offering by fire to the Lord. Their drink offering shall be half a hin of wine for a bull, 1/3 of a hin for a ram, and 1/4 of a hin for a lamb. This is the burnt offering of every month throughout the months of the year. I did not know this either. I'm ignorant of these things, so I want to know this part and the other part because nobody talks about that. I don't remember ever hearing about it. So what verse am I at now? Because I don't even know what verse I left off on. Did I read 15? I don't think so. I'm gonna just start at 14. I think I made it to 14. Maybe not. But their drink offering shall be half a hin of wine for a bull. I think I read that part. 1/3 of a hin for a ram, and 1/4 for a hin for a lamb. This is the burnt offering of every month throughout the months of the year. That's probably where I left off at. And there shall be one male goat for a sin offering to the Lord. Male goat. It shall be offered in addition to the regular offering and its drink offering. On the 14th day of the month, there shall be a Passover offering to the Lord. Okay. So did it say it was the first month or something? Nah, not that I can. Oh, it just said it. I was like, wait, I ain't heard that part. On the 14th day of the first month, there should be a. Maybe I just read it so fast. I think that's a sign. I'm sleepy. I'm too sleepy. Whew, bear with me. Okay, 17. And on the 15th day of this month is a festival 7 days. Shall unleavened bread be eaten? On the first day there shall be a holy convocation. You shall not work at your occupations. You shall offer an offering by fire, a burnt offering to the Lord, 2 young bulls, 1 ram, and 7 male lambs a year old. See that they are without blemish, or else. I'm just saying, I added that part, or else. I'm just saying. Their grain offering shall be of choice flour mixed with oil. 3/10 of an ephah shall you offer for a bull, and 2/10 for a ram. 1/10 shall you offer for each of the 7 lambs. Also 1 male goat for a sin offering to make atonement for you. You shall offer. I just thought about something anyway. You shall offer these in addition to the burnt offering of the morning. That's what I'm talking about. Which belongs to the regular burnt offering. In the same way, you shall offer daily for 7 days. The food of an offering by fire, a pleasing odor to the Lord, it shall be offered in addition to the regular burnt offering and its drink offering. And on the 7th day, you shall have a holy convocation. You shall not work at your occupations. I think God is going to talk this whole chapter. Okay. So it says, on the first day of the first fruits, when you offer a grain offering of new grain, to the Lord at your festival of weeks, you shall have a holy convocation. You shall not work at your occupations. You shall offer a burnt offering, a pleasing odor to the Lord, 2 young bulls, 1 ram, 7 male lambs a year old. It didn't say without blemish. Please, does it not matter? Oh, I see at the bottom it say without blemish. I guess they just whatever. We'll keep going. Their grain offering shall be of choice flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah for each bull, 2/10 for one ram, 1/10 for each of the 7 lambs, with one male goat to make atonement for you. In addition to the regular burnt offering with its grain offering, you shall offer them, and their drink offering they shall be without blemish. I was like, they didn't say that. I'm like, where that's at? But okay. Since I'm so tired, I'm gonna just not take as many notes just to get through it. So 29 says, I'm almost finished with this book. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so it says, wait, what the flip? Wait a minute. It's 36 chapters, right? I'm gonna stop at 32, and that means I have 4 left. 33 through 36, right? 33. No. I guess so. My math is off. I gotta check something. It's a faster way to check it. Okay. I'm gonna just pull it up on the side instead of scrolling down through it all. Cause I gotta see how I'm gonna finish this. Do I need to finish it all tonight or pull it up right here? 29, 30, 36. Yeah, it is 36. Wait a minute. Oh man. My math was off. Okay. So if I stop at 32, I might have to finish this tonight. Because it ain't gonna be, I don't know, it just ain't gonna make much sense to me to come back and do 33, 34, 35, and 36. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to finish it tonight. Because that's just a little weird. So we'll see. Anyway, so God was talking the whole chapter of 28. So I gotta highlight the whole chapter. So let me do that real quick. I ain't gonna take many notes because I'm tired. So just to get through it, I'm not gonna take as many notes. You know what I mean? But it would be cool or beneficial if I can get through the whole book of Numbers tonight. That would be cool. Another book down. Well, I tell you, this book right here, this book, like, wow, I ain't even get I got 2 reports to give. But this book shows how hard-headed Israel was to God. Okay. Chapter 29 looks like a continuation. So God is still talking. On the first day of the 7th month, you shall have a holy convocation. You shall not work at your occupations. It is a day for you to blow the trumpets. And you shall offer a burnt offering, a pleasing odor to the Lord. 1 young bull, 1 ram, 7 male lambs, a year old without blemish. See, they put it with it that time. The other time they put it later on in the sentence, or so anyway, 3, their grain offering shall be of choice flour mixed with oil. Let me get this out the way. I forgot about that. Get it out the way. Why is it still there? How do you remove it? I forgot. I don't even know how to get rid of it. Is it this? Oh, I was hitting the wrong thing. Okay, what verse was I on? was on 3. Go with that. Their grain offering shall be of choice flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of 1 ephah for the bull, 2/10 for the ram, and 1/10 for each of the 7 lambs, with 1 male goat for a sin offering to make atonement for you. These are in addition to the burnt offering of the new moon and its grain offering and the regular burnt offering and its grain offering and their drink offerings according to the, is that ordinance for them? Yeah. A pleasing odor and offering by fire to the Lord. On the 10th day of this 7th month, you shall have a holy convocation and deny yourselves. You shall do no work. You shall offer a burnt offering to the Lord, a pleasing odor, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 7 male lambs, a year old. They shall be without blemish. Their grain offering shall be of choice flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah for the bull, 2/10 for the 1 ram, 1/10 for each of the 7 lambs, with 1 male goat for a sin offering in addition to the sin offering of atonement, and the regular burnt offering and its grain offering and their drink offerings. On the 15th day of the 7th month, you shall have a holy convocation. You shall not work at your occupations. You shall celebrate a festival to the Lord 7 days. You shall offer a burnt offering, an offering by fire, a pleasing odor to the Lord, 13 young bulls. 13? Okay, 13 young bulls, 2 rams, 14? 14? Jeez. Okay, 14 male lambs, a year old. They shall be without blemish. Their grain offering shall be of choice flour. I guess this ain't nothing compared to, no, it's not. It's this festival they keep every year to some, I don't know if it's a Hindu god or what, but it's some god. And they kill thousands of cows and chickens. It's ridiculous. So this ain't nothing compared to that. But anyway, where was I? I think I was on 14. Their grain offering shall be of choice flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah for each of the 13 bulls, 2/10 for each of the 2 rams, and 1/10 for each of the 14 lambs. Also, 1 male goat for a sin offering, in addition to the regular burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offering. On the 2nd day, 12 young bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs, a year old without blemish, with the grain offering and the drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, as prescribed in accordance with their number. Also, 1 male goat for a sin offering, in addition to the regular burnt offering and its grain offering and their drink offerings. On the 3rd day, 11 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs, a year old without blemish, with the grain offering and the drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, as prescribed in accordance with their number. Also, 1 male goat for a sin offering, in addition to the regular burnt offering and its grain offering and its drink offering. On the 4th day, 10 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs, a year old without blemish, with the grain offering and the drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, as prescribed in accordance with their with their number. Also, 1 male goat for a sin offering. Okay. In addition to the regular burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offering. I noticed it didn't say offerings. Sometimes it will say offerings. It just said offering. I guess it's interchangeable. It doesn't matter. Just something I noticed. On the 5th day, 9 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs a year old without blemish, okay, with the grain offering and the drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and the lambs, as prescribed in accordance with their number. Also, 1 male goat for a sin offering. That don't change. It's always that 1 male goat. So far, I haven't seen it go up. It's just 1 male goat. For a sin offering in addition to the regular burnt offering and its grain offering and its drink offering. On the 6th day, 8 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs, a year old without blemish, with the grain offering and the drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, as prescribed in accordance with their number. Also, 1 male goat for a sin offering, in addition to the regular burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offerings. You see it put the S on it at that time. All right. On the 7th day, 7 bulls, 2 rams, 14 male lambs, a year old, without blemish, with the grain offering and the drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, as prescribed in accordance with their number. Also, 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the regular burnt offering, its grain offering, and its drink offering. On the 8th day, you shall have a solemn assembly. You shall not work at your occupations. You shall offer a burnt offering and offering by fire, a pleasing odor to the Lord. 1 bull, 1 ram, 7 male lambs a year old without blemish, and the grain offering and the drink offering for the bull, for the ram, and for the lambs, as prescribed in accordance with their number. Also, 1 male goat for a sin offering, in addition to the regular burnt offering and its grain offering and its drink offering. These you shall offer to the Lord at your appointed festivals, in addition to your votive offerings and your free will offerings, as your burnt offerings, your grain offerings, your drink offerings, and your offerings of well-being. So Moses told the Israelites everything just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Man, so God taught almost that whole chapter, you know what I'm saying? Let me highlight all the all the you know, let me highlight all the Man, I be tripping. Highlight all the tripping. Boom, 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 boom. What verse did he stop talking? 40? Okay. $39 in the building. Chapter 30. Then Moses said, okay, I see God starting to talk in 31, verse 1. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. I see something about a woman making a vow. In verse 3, what are we talking about? What are we talking about, man? What are we talking about? Okay, then Moses said to the heads of the tribes of the Israelites, this is what the Lord has commanded. When a man makes a vow to the Lord or swears an oath to bind himself by a pledge, he shall not break his word. Okay. What should I say about this one? going to see. I'm going to just read it. So this is what the Lord has commanded. When a man makes a vow to the Lord or swears, go and put this on real quick. Man, I feel super tired. Super tired. This is what the Lord has commanded. When a man makes a vow to the Lord or swears an oath to bind himself by a pledge, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceeds out of his mouth. When a woman makes a vow to the Lord or binds herself by a pledge while within her father's house in her youth, and her father hears of her vow or her pledge by which she has bound herself, and says nothing to her, then all her vows shall stand. And any pledge by which she has bound herself shall stand. But if her father expresses disapproval to her at the time that he hears of it, no vow of hers and no pledge by which she has bound herself shall stand, and the Lord will forgive her, because her father has expressed to her his disapproval. If she marries while obligated by her vows, or any thoughtless utterance of her lips by which she has bound herself, and her husband hears of it and says nothing to her at the time that he hears, then her vow shall stand, and her pledges by which she has bound herself shall stand. But if at the time that her husband hears of it, he expresses disapproval to her, he shall nullify the vow by which she was obligated, or the thoughtless utterance of her lips by which she bound herself, and the Lord will forgive her. But every vow of a widow or of a divorced woman by which she has bound herself shall be binding on her. And if she made a vow in her husband's house, or bound herself by a pledge with an oath, and her husband heard it and said nothing to her, and did not express disapproval to her, then all her vows shall stand, and any pledge by which she bound herself shall stand. But if her husband nullifies them at the time that he hears them, then whatever proceeds out of her lips concerning her vows or concerning her pledge of herself shall not stand. Her husband has nullified them, and the Lord will forgive her. Any vow or any binding oath to deny herself, her husband may allow to stand, or her husband may nullify. But if her husband says nothing to her from day to day, then he validates all her vows or all her pledges by which she is obligated. He has validated them, because he said nothing to her at the time that he heard of them, but he nullifies them. But if he nullifies them sometime after he has heard of them, then he shall bear her guilt. These are the statutes that the Lord commanded Moses concerning a husband and his wife, and a father and his daughter, while she is still young and in her father's house. Interesting. I think what I'm gonna do is stop at after this chapter and pick up tomorrow, God willing, at chapter 31, and then do all the way to 36. So that way it'll be 5 chapters. Yeah, sounds good. That way I won't be reading 4 chapters tomorrow. I'll be reading 5 and finish the book. Yeah, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me, you know what I'm saying? So that stopped at 15. So verse 1, this is what the Lord has commanded. Okay, so this is this is how I'm gonna do this. This is my new rule going along with my study thus far. So whenever I come across something like this, which it starts off in verse 1 saying, It says, then Moses said to the heads of the tribes of Israel, the Israelites, excuse me, of the Israelites, this is what the Lord has commanded. But it didn't say, it didn't show us where God told Moses this. It just, so basically, so far, unless it's a cross reference where God said this somewhere, it just comes in and as if God told Moses this at some point, and now Moses is telling them, which could still be true, but I just don't see that. So since it comes off as if this could be just Moses giving a command as if God told him, or maybe God really told him, and it came from God, which it seems like it came from God, but I don't see where it says the Lord spoke or God is talking and telling them this. But so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna highlight it in purple and maybe orange or just purple when it's coming from a human claiming that God said this. That's my plan. And then I'll figure out what to do with it later. So this is what the Lord has commanded. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it in purple. And I'll figure it out later. Okay, so 31, that's where I stopped. I'm good. I'm done with the whole chapter. Bam! War against Midian. Okay, cool. So I'll come back and read that. Man, I'm tired. It's like I kind of wanted to keep reading too, but overall, I'm gonna stop. But I'm gonna go over something else though while because I did want to check something else out. So I'm gonna be a nerd with something else though. Numbers 14, 12. I will. Yep, that's the one. So that's one. God said, actually, I'll just say, I will make a great nation. I will make you a great nation. Yeah, that's right. Genesis 12:2. Genesis 12:2. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great, and you will be a blessing. Yeah. I thought it was Genesis 15 or something, but then there was one more. Oh. Let me see. But of you, I will make a great nation. Exodus. Here we go. Exodus 13:10. Now leave me alone so that my anger may burn against them and that I may destroy them. Then I will make you into a great nation. Right. So I'll just do a little bonus study real quick. Somebody talking about viewers and stuff. Okay. So I need Those three, those. Okay, give me. I have to make a note and put it all into a note. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of. I do want that. Let me mess around. Oh, but I can't put them all in there like that. Okay, I'm not gonna do that one then. So two. No. No. This is 12, 2. Maybe I should get verse 1 as well. Yeah, I'll do that. 1, 3, 2. Oops. 1, 3, 2. Let's get Genesis first. Oh, so the note gonna go right there. That's cool. Take me to Genesis. Actually, I'm using up. Okay, take me to Genesis 12. Alright, I want that. Alright, there. Give me this. And that. Copy. Goodness, will you highlight it all? Why won't it highlight it all? It won't delete that? That's weird. That is really weird. What is up with this? Something ain't right with that. There we go. I'm not like, why it won't? Weird. Okay, we got that one. I need Genesis. No, Exodus 32:10. Well, I guess I really just need Genesis. Yeah, whatever. I'll get it later. The last one is Numbers. Why did it just do that? What the freak? I don't understand that. Why does it cancel out right there? That makes no sense. Oh, that's stupid. Okay, anyway. It look like, okay, I see Yahweh. Wait, no, that's how y'all. It starts with that, yeah. I thought it was in the beginning. Yahweh. Okay. Hmm. So yeah, this starts off. So God wall, God way, God wall, God way, la, God wall, God way. I'm confused on this one where it says you because they got the K and then they got 3 words under it. Oh, that's the off. Is it? Well, I do see the off. Let me see if that's in there. It should be. Oh, yeah. Wait. No, I don't see it. Arsha? That's what I thought that was. Oops. Wow. Shocked. Oops. La. Got away. God wall. And that next part, I don't know if that is a part of the phrase. Gotcha. I don't see you. That one was in the beginning with the wah. Right? Oh, I see it. Wait a minute. I thought I was on Genesis. What just happened? Am I tripping? There is a lot going on. Oh, that's good. Well, I'm gonna get it now. I know that. Okay. It's gotta be that. It might be a little more, but that's the similar part that I see. So, okay, keep that one there. This one's Genesis. And of you I will make a great nation. Yahweh, God Wall, Allah, Ayasha. Wait, Aisha, not Ayasha. Aisha, Ka'awaf, Wa. So here, definitely right here. Yeah. That's what I thought. Now we got Numbers 14, 12. See if I can find it without cheating. Right there. Wa, Asha, Athak, La, Gaway, God Wall, and I don't think the rest of that is included in theory. Let's see. Okay, I didn't highlight that in blue, but I will highlight in blue. I don't have to, there we go. So, God Wall, Gaway, La, Ka, Ayash, no, not Ayash, Asha. I keep wanting to say Ayasha, but Aisha, wow, yeah. Did I copy it? I don't even know. Done. That's Exodus 32. That's weird how I just clicked this and then it was Exodus 32:10, and then I go back to another tab, and then I go back to the same tab that I was on before, and now it's Numbers 14:12. What the freak is going on here? Let me do this one time. Go back. Is it still gonna be the same? Okay, because it just went from like what's going on? Switching stuff on me. So right here, right here. That, and this. And that's it. Give me the phrase. Put it right down there, right down there. Boom. I'm gonna make it bigger. 36. Oh, it still did it. Word. Say word. So they really, really close. One word difference. No. That's the Hebrew grammar coming in. Spelling differences. And it's a K at the end of the. Let me just explain this to y'all a little bit different. So we got the K right here, which is different than the H right here in Hebrew. But other than that, all the other letters in that word is the same. So that's almost exactly alike. And then for these two, for the word right there and the word right above it, the difference is the wa in the middle. And everything else is exactly the same, looks like. Yeah. So let me just make a note. This is Genesis 12, 2. This one is Exodus 32, 10. And this one is Numbers 14, 12. Interesting. So they are really alike. For those of you who's wondering, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I'm gonna explain why I'm doing this. It's because this is just a bonus part of the video because I'm done reading, but I've been wanting to put this together and I don't think I did yet. So I'm just using my time to do it. And since I still felt like reading kinda, I decided to do it now. So anyway, what I'm doing is I'm putting together that so far from Genesis to Numbers 31, chapter 31, I have seen God say similar things to Moses as he said to Abraham. In Genesis 12:2, God told Abraham that he will make a great nation of Abraham. Right there. That should actually be Genesis 2. I gotta change that. I did have Genesis 1 along with it, but I ended up just keeping verse 2. There we go. And in Exodus 32:10, God was angry with Israel after they committed idolatry to this calf when Moses was in the Mount Sinai getting the laws, and he wanted to kill them all. And he told Moses, "Now let me alone, so that my wrath may burn hot against them, and I may consume them. And of you, I will make a great nation." And it sounded like almost the exact same thing he told Abraham. So I wanted to know, was it the exact same thing in Hebrew, but it was slightly different? Then I read again in Numbers 14:12, he said something I like, well, similar to that. He said, "I will strike them with pestilence and disinherit them, and I will make of you a greater, a nation, make of you a nation greater." And wait, the word greater, did I get that word? I don't even think I got that. Let me see. I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. That's Genesis. What is this one? Exodus. Take me to Numbers 14. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. So I got them all so far. Did I? So I did make a note right here. Oh, that's the same. That's from today. That's from today. 1 month ago. I think I did make a little comparison of this. Maybe. Let's see. I guess not. That just takes me to the verse. They don't pull up the note. Hmm. Mm. When I click that, it pulls up the note. Maybe it's just a highlight. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, is it? Oh, it's just a highlight. I thought it was actual note. I just learned something. Hmm. I never actually just looked through all that. Well, anyway, I'm out of here. Peace be to the saints. I was just wanting to put that together because something I've been thinking about. I don't know how many times God says things like this, but I've been noticing that. So I just wondered, was it the same thing in Hebrew? How close was it? And now I got the phrases, and they are almost word for word the exact same thing, almost every time. So I'm finna go get out of here and wrap up my night. Peace be to the saints once again. I'm out of here.